What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again, and as you see, I'm playing the demon himself, Cell Jr., the person that everyone is terrified to face. Whenever they see this character, their ego is currently challenged. Okay, people hate this character. In fact, I was getting so many messages about getting off Cell Jr. Stop trying to clip me. I'm not gonna face you because you're just trying to get a clip. I had YouTubers put me in their YouTube videos and actually talking about I'm not gonna rematch because that's a joke that you're playing Cell Jr. So many people hate this character, and I think that's freaking hilarious. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, a lot of the times when I play these characters, it's the first time ever I play this character. But this character is very similar to Krillin. If anything, he's another version of Krillin, which in my opinion is kind of disrespectful to a Cell Jr. because if you're a casual DBZ fan, maybe you don't know that Cell Jr. is actually stronger than Super Vegeta and stronger than buff Trunks. Cell Jr. is actually on the level with a mastered Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell Saga, so there's no reason why Cell Jr. should be in 3 DP. Okay, he should basically be a 4 DP character or above, but for whatever reason Bandai decided to put him in 3 DP, and I will be righting that wrong right here. I'll be doing justice to Cell Jr. in this video, so let's go with the first clip. So here we got my first match ever playing Cell Jr. I got Ambassador Plays, fellow YouTuber and great player himself, and I didn't have the recording, but luckily he did.
I'll be darned if we lose to this Cell Jr., but let me not underestimate, because people can be capable in this game, man. If there's anything that I've learned.
And as you see, Ambassador Plays is already on his guard just because he saw Cell Jr., and that is the appeal to this character. People are terrified of this character. I don't know why, honestly. This character is actually not that bad. I wouldn't be embarrassed if I lost to a Cell Jr. He has a good kit. He has fast combos, kicks in the first string. He has a solar flare that's functional to get your key back and other antics. And he also has explosive wave, a great defensive move. So really, Cell Jr. is not a bad character per se. The only thing wrong with Cell Jr. is that his HP gets depleted very quickly. He's very squishy, and his damage output is just not great. So you really have to put in a lot of work to even get damage off on some of these characters. But as you see, his greatest asset is his mobility and his small body. It makes him hard to kind of detect what he's doing, and you can move him around the map very well.
No way I'm losing to a Cell Jr. I got explosive wave too, bro. No way I'm losing to a Cell Jr. Definitely search for a new opponent, because that's a joke right there. Oh my gosh, that line right.
And as you see, Ambassador Plays pops off for beating my Cell Jr., and he does not offer the rematch. But hey, respect to Ambassador, because I like his channel. You should have gave me the rematch, bro. You can't be scared of a Cell Jr. Come on, man. Now here we go, second Z rank up, Kuziku3. Now Kuziku3 is also a fellow YouTuber, and here we go. He sends me a message saying take the win. Now at this point I'm laughing my ass off in my house. I'm like, why are you offering me the win? Come on, man, give me the straight up match. And he's like, nah bro, I ain't playing no Cell Jr. And like I said, Z ranks are terrified of this character. Okay, their egos are at stake when they see this character. He said, if I see myself online getting clipped, I'm coming for you. Now, full transparency, I told Kuziku I would only post this video if he got the dub. So here I just fought him straight up in neutral, not too many fancy antics, and I was expecting a rematch with Kuziku. But sadly, after this match, you know, he left the game, so I didn't get the rematch. But shout out to Kuziku, sub to his channel as well. So now we got Jalen Official TV. Let's see if I get a proper match out of this guy and he doesn't quit or run away. Let's see. So by this point, I'm a lot more used to Cell Jr. and his strengths. Like I mentioned, his mobility is his biggest asset. So you really want to do a hits and run style gameplay approach. The problem with Cell Jr. though, he doesn't have a unique Ki Blast. He has the missile style Ki Blast, and I've mentioned on this channel before, I don't really like that Ki Blast because it doesn't track that well. I like the slow moving charge Ki Blast while standing and stuff like that, because it allows me to open people up in neutral and set traps for them when they're trying to attack me. Now right here I'm playing a 10 DP character, so I need to be on my P's and Q's, because like I mentioned, Cell Jr. takes a lot of damage, but luckily he has the Solar Flare, and as you see, Solar Flare is very good so that you could get your Ki back up, or you could go into Sparking. So right here we both go into Sparking. Very dangerous position for me, because if he even catches me with anything, I'm dead. But I'm in Sparking also. Unfortunately his ultimate is not that strong, so it's really not worth using too much, but I can use Sparking to initiate offense and just put pressure on him. So right now we're pretty even. He's slightly in an advantage in health right now, but as you see, just a little bit of hits and he just melts my health, and that is Cell Jr.'s main weakness, is his squishiness. But right now I'm putting a lot of pressure on him. I know he's worried right now. He has a Beerus and he's about to lose the game. So if I were him, I would be very worried. So I catch him sidestepping, so I throw out a super and I catch him with this right here. 7,000 damage for free. I try to get off a Solar Flare so I could refill my Ki, but he runs away from it, and right now he's very nervous. He has Ki advantage right here, which is very bad for me because Cell Jr. takes a lot of damage from follow-up similar to Krillin. In my opinion, Cell Jr. is just another version of Krillin, but I get the dub against the 10 DP Beerus. Shout out to Jalen Official. Next, we got a match against Jake Grips with Blue Goku. Let's see if I can pull the win against Blue Goku. Blue Goku does a lot of damage, and against Cell Jr. that just means that my health is just gonna disappear from a couple hits. So I need to be on my P's and Q's to make sure I'm playing neutral correctly. And as you see, we're doing super counter battles right now. I get to open him up. I use Ki Blast to set up my combos. We both have the same idea with a charge smash, but he catches me. And as you see, his neutral is very good, and that's the thing about Cell Jr. If you face a player that's on the same level as you, you are definitely going to lose, because basically he's going to be doing like double, triple damage, and you know, you're not. So you got to employ some tactics if you want to get dubs with Cell Jr. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't just play neutral straight up, because more than likely if you're facing another Z rank, they're gonna be close to the level that you are, so it's gonna be hard to pull the dub out. So I do a Solar Flare here so I could get my Ki back, because Ki advantage is very important. Because if they have, what I learned about using low DP characters is you don't want to have Ki disadvantage, because the follow-ups just do so much damage. They barely even have to play the game at that point. So right now we're pretty even in health and pretty even in Ki, making it this a very close match. He tries another super, but I have skill points to bail me out. So I use Perception to bail me out of the super. And I get him in a Sonic Sway, emptying his Ki out. So now I have Ki advantage. I should start my offense right here and try to keep his Ki low, right? But he gets me in a combo, and you see how fast he could shred my health. If I could go back, and if I could offer any tips for anybody trying to play Cell Jr., make sure you're using those explosive waves. Usually I save those skill points, but with a character like Cell Jr., you can't afford to take hits from such a high DP character like Goku Blue, and that is why I lost this match, guys. Now on to the next one. This is just to showcase the main competitor to Cell Jr. at 3DP is Krillin. They're basically the same character with slight differences. You know, Krillin having After Image Strike, and Cell Jr. just opting for having an explosive wave, a defensive move, right? After Image Strike I consider more of offensive move, as opposed to explosive wave is just basically a free revenge counter. And like I mentioned in the last fight, you should be using that explosive wave as much as you are able. Don't save those skill points for anything else, in my opinion. If I could go back, I would make that change to my gameplay here. But as you see, Krillin takes a lot of damage similar to Cell Jr. And you know, they're basically the same character. And you're gonna see right here, just you know, beating Krillin in neutral, you could just shred his health similar to Cell Jr. And I'm gonna catch him with this super, and that's gonna result in him quitting the match. Like I mentioned before, people hate losing to Cell Jr., which in my opinion is the main appeal to using this character. So now we're gonna test Cell Jr. out against a fusion tier character. So right now I get my offense off pretty easy with some Ki Blast and movement. Right now I'm getting the best of him in neutral. But as you see, after doing all of that, I only emptied out one health bar. If I was on a different character, that would be like 1.5 health bars or more. But Cell Jr. it just doesn't do a lot of damage, which is why you have to work double as hard to get wins against high DP characters such as these. Like I mentioned previously, you want to have key advantage. Like right now, me engaging with one key bar, not very smart, because he could just kill me with follow-ups alone. And one combo is going to empty out a whole health bar. So, you know, I'm fighting a losing battle right now. I should be using explosive wave to get out instead of revenge counter. Ki Cannon is not really like that good of a rush chain as we see. He could just perception and sonic sway out of it. And right now I'm in trouble. Let's see if I could do something about that. Right here, I open him up once again. Now if you count this, the amount of times that I open him up versus him open me up, we're probably pretty even, or I might have even a slight advantage. But because of his ability to do more damage to me, I can't really afford that. You have to really defeat your opponent in neutral multiple times if you want to get wins with Cell Jr. Now we're going to be fighting Dave CP3 with God Vegeta. Let's see if I do better against Dave CP3 than Ambassador Plays. So I get my super counters, I get him off me, I Ki cannon him into the hill, allow me to continue the combo. His step in is flying kicks, which is pretty useful, but it's very easy to basically perception out of it. Super perception at that. I open him up once again, use my movement to get behind and continue my offense. Right now I'm putting on a clinic on Dave CP3. He's not able to vanish my double sweep, allowing me to hard knockdown and go into sparking. Because Cell Jr. does so little damage, you kind of want to go for that sparking. Even though I am in quick play, you know, the only way to get some real consistent damage against characters such as God Vegeta, unless you want to beat him in neutral like 20 times, is to go into sparking. And that's what I kind of figured out. And like I said, I've been having trouble vanishing follow-up attacks. I don't know if it's a connection issue or whatever, but I've been choking my vanishes all day. So Solar Flare allows me to basically continue offense. It also knocks people out of guard, which is pretty useful. You just have to be careful because it can't go through after image or sidestep. So you kind of want to Solar Flare when you know they're blocking. That allows me to get the win against Dave CP3. So now we're going to be fighting another fusion tier character. Let's see if I can put all the stuff I learned together and get a dub. So starting with Ki Blast to open him up, movement into Ki Blast to open him up once again. Ki Blast after a combo offers guaranteed damage. Then I do a follow-up. So far so good. I put on a clinic on Vegito. If I was playing any other character, he would be in yellow health or more, and I would be clearly in an advantage. But right now, if he even catches me, he can make up this difference very, very easily. And I open him up again. So far he hasn't even got a hit off. Finally he gets hits off, and you see he's already in the lead. And that's why, you know, playing Cell Jr. is a challenge. He does have a good kit, but his lack of HP and damage is what's gonna make it an uphill battle. So revenge counter gets me out of his combo. Like I mentioned before, you want to make sure you have key advantage at all times with a low DP character such as Cell Jr., or else the follow-ups themselves are gonna basically allow him to kill you. And as you see, he just opened me up a couple times and I'm already almost dead. So I need to somehow get it together here. I have more key. I finally don't choke a vanish battle. So I get to follow him up, knock him down, and now he only has 2 health bars left. Solar Flare. So I put him on the ground and I attempt a Solar Flare. Solar Flare does have a hitbox, so it will stun him on the ground, but I missed somehow. But Explosive Wave gets him out, and I go into Sparking because I want to make up that difference in health. And combos just don't do enough damage, as you see, even in Sparking. So right here, I knock him up, and I think I can hit him with the ultimate here. But sadly, I'm touching the ground. And if you touch the ground with a Kamehameha, the Kamehameha loses its tracking window, sadly. So he tries to hit me with his ultimate, but it clashes with my Kamehameha, allowing me to start my offense. He revenge counters. And just like that, he finishes the match. Sadly, I could not pull the win out. So final thoughts, I think Cell Jr. is a fun character to play. The most fun part about it is that people hate facing the character and they're very nervous about getting clipped while you play with the character. So if you want to have a character that control people besides Cyberman, Cell Jr. will do the job. Now, what I do think is that Cell Jr. is not as bad as people think. I think he's on tier with Krillin, and Krillin is not as bad, but I like Krillin slightly better because he has more traps with his slow moving Ki Blast, and his supers are better. So in my opinion, Krillin is a more offensive and better character than Cell Jr., which is a damn shame because Cell Jr. is supposed to be on par with Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell Saga. If I could change anything about this character, I would boost his damage. I would maybe leave his health and squishiness the same, and then boost his damage up to the tier of a SS1 Goku and put him in 4 DP. That could be pretty interesting to differentiate him from Krillin. Instead, right now he's on the 3 DP tier list, and as I've mentioned 1,000 times before on this channel, that 3 DP tier list is ruled by Recoome and tanky classes. So, you know, characters like Krillin and Cell Jr. get overshadowed by those tanky characters. So sadly, they don't get a lot of play. But it was fun playing with this character. If you like this video, go ahead and like and sub and wait for more. I'll be coming with more character guides, neutral guides, and rants as well. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.